Welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's caught. Smith. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down.
Here's Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Room here to run. The 20.
You'll get nothing.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. 76 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
7 yards there and a first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
How'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman, because he's as big as all of them? Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
Tannehill on first down. A slant to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen to the veteran Sanders for the Buffalo first. Allen now on first down. And once again, this is Sanders. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking long for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete there to Smith. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
That catch good for only a couple. Second down and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Off play action, Tannehill. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get towards mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st down, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Bills.
Logan Thomas,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. Jones goes diving, and he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they will take the 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen's throw there taken in by Smith. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is is down deep into Buffalo territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Tannehill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, it's Allen. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A handoff for Gibson.
And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you get...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On second down, a run with Gibson.
He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down.
Touchdown!
Logan Thomas
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Allen to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bills.
Devontae Smith,
54 yards.
and the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
33 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To the air again, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Caught by Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
To throw is Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Nick Westbrook-Ikhine.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
Tannehill going to get this out quickly. It's complete.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point out and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that's complete to Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Bills. Antonio Gibson, 67 yards. And the Bills might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. Complete to Henry over the middle. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Henry.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Henry again.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Firkser, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again. Here the 4th.
Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Tannehill to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On 3rd down, Henry. Pulls over it.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Tannehill.
And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. To throw, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. That's taken in by Ferkser. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Tannehill. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One last throw here for Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.